What's up, YouTube? It's your boy G, aka GTD, aka your favorite dark skinned boy, and I'm back again with another video. And as y'all can see, we got something a little different. We got something a little new. We got rappers' most disturbing interviews. Now, me personally, I like watching these. These are like these are the type of videos that your boy watch when he's not really recording. So I was like, you know what? Why not record it this time? You feel me? And if y'all like it, we'll continue doing it. You feel me? That's how I view it. You get what I'm saying? Why not try it? You feel me? Oh, don't be scared to try something new. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try something new. If you like this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel because the G Mob is the best mob and we only gonna walk up from here. Don't forget to leave. My fault. We're on a road to 100 subscribers by your boy's birthday, which is Sunday. Hopefully we hit 100. If we don't, that's cool, but we still on the grind to 100 regardless. Without further ado, let's get into this video.
One rapper almost smoked the interviewer for asking him one question, and another died after his interview for speaking on a situation that happened. These are rappers' most disturbing and disrespectful interviews of all time. But we got to start things off with the rapper known as Big.
Before I even get started, free that boy Butter. Free that boy Butter, bro. Like, I love Butter. Butter is one of the most funniest nigga I've ever seen from Chicago. I know there's probably other funny niggas in Chicago, but Butter is probably top 3, top 2 funniest nigga from Chicago, bro. Like, I love Butter. Like, I love watching his videos because I know, or interviews, videos, anything with Butter, I know my day could go from bad to good after watching Butter. Because I know I'm gonna laugh. He gonna say some funny junk. He gonna be funny. He know how to be funny. Shout out to Butter, free Butter.
Los, because Los started to make a name for himself after he linked up with the Island Boys in 2020. And fans considered him as the 4th Island Boy. Los was even with the Island Boys when they got into a huge fight in Hawaii. But recently, Hood Rich Kevin tried to get Los to speak on a viral video where the Island Boys kissed each other. And this is what pissed Los off and made him flash out on the interviewer.
I gotta ask you, bro, like, this is, everybody wants to know, did you see the Island Boys kiss?
Bruh, stop mentioning them dudes for real, bruh. Like,
no, I'm just saying though, like,
no,
did you
bruh,
see them do something together?
No, fam. Fam, they weren't gay when I was around, fam. Like, bruh, stop.
Nigga said they weren't gay when I was around. Like, when I was around them, they weren't gay. But when I got around them, when I weren't around them, they was gay. When I was, they was straight. I don't know what to tell you on that one, bro. Nah, nigga. If they was gay before you came, they was gay when you got there, they was gay after, bro. You seen something. You know you saw a little something. You saw a little glimpse. And you was just like, they paying the bills, bro. Whatever y'all do, paying the bills. But once it got out, bro, you had to run. Stop playing, bro. You know you saw that,
like, this interview ain't about that. Like, it could go down in this interview, bro. Like, do you want it to go down in this interview?
Want you go down in this interview?
Do you want it to go down? Yes or no?
No,
thankfully, Los ain't popped the interviewer for asking that question, because things could have gone horribly wrong. But he ain't the only person to up a gun on an interviewer. But first, let's move on to FBG Cash, because he died not too long after talking about something disrespectful that he did during an interview. In late 2020, Chicago rapper FBG Cash took a picture in front of King Von's mural to disrespect Von and his people. Now, long after taking the picture, he went on No Jumper to discuss it. He tells Adam 22 about the conversation that he had with Lil Durk before taking the picture.
What kind of conversation were you having before he told you to go take this photo?
Me, you know, go over there and do that and see what happened to you. I'm outside right now.
You hit him up?
Yeah.
And he was just like, hey, what's up? Why Chicago's so weird because the ops always be talking to each other and like going on live and tweeting at each other and shit.
And doing
Nah,
this
they really
interview
do be
might
doing
have
that.
made things
Like-
even worse.
Like, I don't know how Chicago niggas be, like, just cool with they ops. Like, they be on FaceTime like, nah, nigga, you know I saw you today. you know I saw you today, bro. Coulda did it to you. Why ain't you do it to me, pussy? Why ain't you do it to me? Cause you was with your baby. Like, what? Like, we conversating, we talking. You ugly. You stupid. You ugly. No, you stupid. You ugly. You stupid. I'ma see you one day. Like what? Like, what type of beef y'all
Than it
got?
already was.
Like,
Because
what?
Dirk later dropped a song where he said, sneaking pics by Vine Mural, like, little bro won't come out and spin. Where he sent a threat to FBG Cash for taking that picture. Then, 3
Free
months
Dirk.
after the song was released, FBG Cash ended up getting hit and lost his life.
I know that
while
was
driving on
crazy.
the
I
south
just
side
said
of
free
Chicago.
butter, and now I'm saying free Dirk. I know that sounds crazy, but like, free them boys, bro.
Shooting early this
They ain't got
morning
nothing
in
to
the
do with
Auburn Gresham neighborhood. 31-year-old Tristan Hamilton was shot multiple times. According to the Sun-Times, he raps under the name FBG Cash. A 29-year-old woman with him was also shot, taken to the hospital in serious condition.
Now let's move on to another FBG member known as Butter. Butter
My
has had many
boy
crazy
Butter.
moments during his interviews. And recently, he went off on O-Block members for killing FBG Duck. He let Say Cheese know that O-Block told on himself after knocking Duck off. And it was pretty disturbing because during the same interview, fans say that Butter allegedly admitted to killing someone.
These told on themselves, and they did an interview on top of the murder cop. You stupid.
What about the picture that
Take
went?
me to jail.
Nigga.
No cups.
Yo,
Hello.
What about the picture that went viral with Muwap wearing with the duck sneakers?
That's clown. And with the same Draco y'all used. Get a feds day evidence.
That's the same.
Homicide can't solve it, but the feds can, right?
Damn.
We talking real business. I'm a real street.
That wasn't the same. That's in the document.
Not long after speaking on O-Block, FYB J-Main tells Butter to sit down and that he's saying too much because Butter says, picture him sitting on top of a car that he killed Odie on.
I'm Butter Sean. I'm Butter Sean. Now picture me sitting on top of the car that I just killed on. I got J-Main them in this. I got 4 of them in this. They in this. They killed.
Butter also discussed Odie's death in an interview with Vlad.
Boy,
Here's what he
butter,
said.
Butter funny as hell, bro.
Right. Well, Odie Perry got killed at one point. They're saying that she was the shooter. That's the rumor.
I mean, it's footage. It's a video.
Of Odie Perry getting killed?
Yeah.
You saw it?
I ain't seen nothing, man. I just heard the stories, bro.
Okay.
I don't be knowing nothing for real. You know what I'm saying? Not all the time.
Okay, fair enough.
His brother told him to slap it.
Yo, Butter funny as hell, bro. I love Butter, bro. That nigga's about not all the time, but all the time. Love Butter, yo. Free Butter,
Oh, look
bro.
where I just gave back 192 years. I don't speak on that. Told him, Jay. I'm home right now because I blamed on my sister Tyler. Told him. Told.
Rumors say that female assassin, known as K.I., is responsible for taking Odie Perry out. But recently, fans believe that Butter is the one who did it and is blaming his sister K.I. since she's already dead. Not long after Tuka lost his life at the bus stop on 63rd.
Now I got a question for y'all. Now I got a question. Hear me out. Is it snitching if I told and said someone that is dead did it so I could go home? Is that telling? Because now hear me out. I always felt like telling was if I told on somebody, there was consequences behind me telling. You feel me? Like there was consequences to that person that I told on. So in reality, if there's nothing that happens, there's no consequences behind that. Did I tell? Did anybody get hurt from it? Is anybody doing time? The person's already doing time. A lifetime, actually. So, did I tell? Because what's the difference? I know I keep pausing. I'm gonna stop pausing. I promise you, I'm gonna stop pausing. But just answer this one last question for me. What's the difference between me going to the police and telling on one of my homies and they go to jail, or there's consequences to, you know, me telling on them? Now they on trial, they gotta fight, all that other stuff, right? There's consequences to it. What's the difference between me doing that and us having a big homie and you stealing from the big homie and I go tell on you to the big homie saying, oh yeah, bro, he been stealing from the stash, he been stealing this, that, and the third from the pack, all this other stuff, and then there's consequences. You end up getting killed, or something happens to you. You gotta do something. You get demoted or whatever the case may be. Like you get what, and there was consequences behind it. Like, isn't that snitching? Isn't that snitching? Just let me know. Is that snitching? If that's not snitching, then it's not snitching. But if it is, let me know. Just let me know.
The members from 63rd wanted to get revenge for Tuka, since members from O Block were dissing him. So not long after Tuka's death, a member from O Block known as Odie Perry was walking around the neighborhood and decided to go to the store to get some Swisher Sweets. But not long after leaving the store, on his bike, Odie ended up getting shot. So he fell from his bike onto the ground before getting up and trying to escape, but ended up getting hit 10 more times. A key witness at the scene told police that an African-American male was the one who shot Odie. But many also say it was K.I., since she was seen posting pictures with one of Odie Perry's guns after he died. Popular 63rd member Wooski also made a tweet saying, shout out to them twins that made O Block, and tagged K.I. and FBG Butter in the tweet. That's why recently, fans believe that Butter is actually the one who took his life. But that ain't the only disturbing moment from one of FBG Butter's interviews. He recently broke down crying in an...
Hear me out. Deep, like, Chicago, I'm confused on how Chicago police has not solved a lot of murder cases, when literally these guys will literally go catch a body and then go on Twitter and say we just did this, that, and the third. And it's like the time frame. It's like, bro, you not looking at the time frame? Like, they literally just did it, and then this just happened, and then they just said this. I'm no rocket science, you feel me? But I'm not the smartest brother in the room. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like they were literally giving you the answer. Like they were literally giving you the answers. Like I did it. No. Don't look over there. Look right here. We did it. I did it. Matter of fact, I did it. And then homie gonna vouch for me too. Homie gonna actually tag me and say, yo, bro, shout out to you for doing that. At Brody. Like, I'm confused. Like, how is murders even unsolved? How? Y'all just not doing your job. At this point,
no
y'all
jumper
just not
when
doing
talking
your
about
job.
his sister K.I., saying how he'd rather for her to be fighting
Not
for
saying
her
I
life
don't want
right
anybody
now,
to go to
rather
jail, but I'm
than
just
be in
saying,
the
like,
grave.
Fighting for her life, gang. It'll be dead. Every day I
you
wish,
get what I'm
like,
saying?
why the thing ain't come lock her up, gang? Like, why y'all ain't come lock this girl up, gang? Every day I be like, rather out in Tuga grade, because I be taking care of Quan them phone Shonda. Like I be every day for I be on the phone with my little brother them phone on Tuga for I be talking to them for a day. I be
I'm gonna lie, I watched this
wish
whole
this was my little sister I
interview.
was talking to for on the phone on Tuga grade. I wish this was Kyra. I wish I was laughing with my sister for. I wish I was sending my sister this money. Yeah, I wish I was sending my sister these pictures of me at these interviews on these platforms. I wish I was
fuck that,
Kyra,
bro. I ain't gonna lie, I hit deep when you lose
hurt
somebody,
my
though.
soul
For especially a friend. That joint hit different.
Every day. On Tuga. Like, and a lot of people don't understand that because a lot of time everybody think a lot of it be facade. A lot of people don't even go through.
They got big ass nose.
Because his sister K.I. lost her life on April 11, 2014. See, on that day, K.I. made a huge mistake and tweeted out her location for everyone to see, including her ops. And she was walking down the block with two friends who were headed over to the studio to celebrate Boss Trail's birthday, until a gunman hopped out of a car, waved bystanders to get out of the way, and began opening fire at K.I. and her friends. Her two friends were hit, and K.I. was hit 9 times.
At least they have
After being
respect
shot,
to, like,
she stumbled to a nearby
like,
home where
civilians.
she'd lay on some some steps and take her last breath.
Go.
And speaking of KI's death, a man
You
from
feel me? So,
Chicago,
like,
known as Trenches
you gotta give
News,
some
says
respect
he was
to
on
it.
the scene
He like,
when she
no,
lost
he
her
ain't trying
life.
to hit
And
nobody.
he talks
We
about
wanna
how
hit you.
disturbing it was in an interview with Cam Capone News, because he
This
claims
nigga, I never
that
seen
smoke
his
was
face,
coming
bro.
out of her neck
I
during
swear,
this
I
incident.
hate seeing
And did
Trench
you hear
News
the
because I
gunshots and
never
everything
seen his
going on?
face.
Yeah, they sound like
is
something
this
special.
nigga, bro?
They was boom, boom, like it had like a Star Wars before it said pow. Like it was crazy, bro. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy as hell, man, that day. And then the police tried to lock up Duck. They told Duck he responsible for it. They just left K on the ground. They ain't try to help her, minister no aid. They ain't try to do none of that. Me and Joe Jackson, me and Manny, FBG, Young and them daddy,
He do
we
not
about
let
to go
that
to jail,
junk go
but we like,
below
nah,
the
let him go.
nose.
So I went over there by KI.
See?
Smoke was coming out
Soon
of
as he
neck,
get ready
man.
to
It was all sad.
Now, let's move on to BTB Savage, because some say him
This
doing this
dude.
interview with DJ
This
Vlad
dude.
is the main cause of his death.
Nah,
since he
that
spoke
wasn't
on
the
how
main
he killed
cause,
someone
bro.
in self-defense in the interview
That-
in a cocky fashion.
that wasn't-
According
you
to
know,
Savage,
you know, that
a
was
local
not
rapper
the
had been
main
trying to get a
cause.
feature from him for a while.
That
One night,
pick
the
was
dude
seen.
got in touch with Savage
If you
and
know what
finally
I
agreed to
mean.
do a feature. So later
If
that
you
night,
know, you
the other
know.
rapper pulled up to his apartment with a car full of dudes, and the rapper came into Savage's apartment with another dude named Omar Richardson. Savage said he felt weird since both of them were looking around his spot when they walked in. But then Omar upped the bankroll, so Savage thought it was all good. The dudes then came in with a box full of studio equipment so they could get to work. But then the other rapper said he was missing a few things, so Omar took him to go back and get it out of the car. Savage thought something was off, so we locked the door when the rapper went outside, and that's when everything went left. Omar started asking Savage about his jewelry, and Omar eventually upped his fire and told Savage to hand over everything. At first, Savage didn't want to give it up, but then Omar threatened to shoot Savage and his girlfriend. So Savage started taking his chains off. When Omar reached to grab Savage's chain, Savage saw an opportunity. So he wrapped Omar in his arms, fell to the ground, and they started wrestling. Omar's strap fell out of his hand, and that's when Savage yelled for his girl to come shoot Omar. She came in and popped him twice, but that didn't slow him down because Omar managed to get his hand on a gun and let 3 shots off at Savage's girl. Thankfully, all the shots missed, and Savage got Omar back under control. Savage told Omar to leave since his son was in
To
there,
have it
but
under
Omar
control,
didn't
then
listen,
lose
and he told
control, then
Savage
have it
he
under
was gonna
control
kill him
again is
and kept
crazy.
fighting. That's when Omar's partners came up and started shooting through the door, but they didn't hit anything. When they stopped shooting, Savage's girl popped back at him with 2 shots, and that's when Omar's partner left him to die. Omar kept fighting, and Savage's girl shot Omar one more time in the torso, and Omar ended up passing away. Savage and his girl got off on self-defense. It was a crazy situation.
Last time, pause it. I promise you. So the whole time I thought Brody was the one that was doing all the shooting. You mean to tell me Shorty was the one that was really getting crazy with that fire? Like Shorty was the one that was getting crazy about the fire, not him. So you died fake capping about something about a body you didn't even really catch. Your girl caught. Your girl saved your life, and then you brag to the ops. That really wasn't your op. It was just niggas that was trying to rob you type junk. Like, you get what I'm saying? That's wild. I'm not even gonna hold you. That's crazy. Like, that's crazy. I'll be pissed. I'll be in hell pissed. Tight. Madder than a mug. Like, that's crazy.
That took over the internet. Savage even went on to do an interview with Vlad TV, and it hit 2 million views in less than a week. But Savage's ops weren't happy about it, since Savage was talking cocky in the interview.
Concerned that his people are gonna try to come back.
Yeah, they for sure might do what they do. But I'm gonna get active. That's all it is. And it is what it is.
Then, on March 30th, Savage posted pics on Twitter of him standing in a pool of dried blood where Omar had lost his life. Savage was trolling the dude, and the pics instantly went viral, since no one had ever seen anything like that.
Yeah, that was
But 2 hours
crazy.
after posting those pictures, BTP Savage
I ain't
was in
seen
his
Chicago
Mercedes driving
niggas and
around
stuff like
until 2
that.
gunmen pulled up, boxed him in, and then started letting off shots. And by the time help arrived at the scene, it was already too late. Some people blamed the interview for his tragic death, while others blamed the picture, since the picture was very disrespectful, even though it was self-defense. But Savage isn't the only rapper who got disrespectful in an interview and talked crazy about someone that they killed. Because
half
Gucci
the
Mane
world,
did
but that's
the same
majority
in
of
an
it.
interview with Charlamagne.
For
In the
sure,
interview,
for sure.
Gucci
That
showed
was
no
the picture.
remorse to Pookie Loc, whom he took
More
out,
people
but says
saw
he
the
does
picture
regret
than
a
they
lot
saw
of other things
than they
that
saw
he's done in the
the
streets.
than they saw the interview.
You did in the street.
Yeah, I'm ashamed of a lot of things. I'm gonna say, I did some things that I wish I didn't do. Yeah. But I was young. But I did some things that did wrong to people. And everybody in the neighborhood know that, so ain't no going around that.
Even with the murder, even though it was self-defense, do you ever think about that and you think like maybe I could have handled that different, especially when you did like the diss record?
He needed to be in the ground. I put his where he supposed to be.
Because in 2005, Gucci was beefing with Young Jeezy. Jeezy dropped a song where he...
Dang. Hold on. Nigga said, nah, that he where he supposed to be. Yup, strep thigh, yeah, nah, he where he supposed to be. Like, wait, hold on, calm down. Went from I regret everything, like I regret everything that I've done. For real. Yeah, cause the murder and everything. Nah, he where he supposed to be. Nah, he where he supposed to be. Whoa. 180. Just what? Just little 180. Just
for the bounty out on Gucci Mane's ice cream cone chain. The person who handed the chain to Jeezy would get paid $10K. So a group of 5 unknown men showed up at Gucci's house and attacked him, trying to take his chain. He tried to fight them off and got a hold of a gun. He fired off one shot to get them off of him and ended up hitting one of the guys known as Pookie Loke. 3 days later, his body was found behind a nearby middle school, and cops were called once it was discovered who was shot. Gucci turned himself in and told officers that he acted in self-defense. Now, let's move on to Lil Dump from the NBA camp, because he had a pretty disturbing moment during an interview with No Jumper, where he kept throwing up due to how many pills he was on.
Anything in particular stand out?
And fans in Adam 22 were concerned about Lil Dump's health after seeing this interview, since it clearly seems like he needs some help. Because Lil Dump didn't even want to talk about why he puked on the interview.
So what just happened? What just happened?
Something deep in life that, you know, I'd rather not talk about it, but
do you
I can talk to you about it personally as a person, you know what I'm saying? But some, you know, things deep in life.
But I'm just talking about you puking, or like the fact that you're kind of drunk, right?
No, I ain't drunk. I'm sober.
You're sober? No alcohol. That's not what's in that cup. I just kind of assumed it was alcohol.
Sober.
Oh, okay.
Dumb.
So what are you going through right now?
Come on now.
Some deep things.
You trying to get clean? You trying to get clean?
Get clean?
Off of some other?
Yeah, type at the same time.
Not long after this interview, Lil Dump was featured in another YouTube video where he tells a girl he does more drugs than she could ever imagine.
Why are you standing like that? Stand up straight. You gotta be louder. Like
I do more drugs than
me
you
too.
could ever imagine.
That's not okay.
I know.
So hopefully, Dump gets the help needed. But now, let's move on to NBA Youngboy, because he also has a pretty crazy moment during an interview where he gets pissed that the interviewer is asking too many questions. Some say it seems like Youngboy was also high during this interview, which is why he acted this way.
But don't be a dominant at the same time. You gotta understand they're using me as entertainment, and it becomes self-destruction too. Cause I ain't no entertainer. You know, some be spoke on why is to be continued.
Is in terms of like every time it's
and sometimes it's best not to speak on things you did in.
Last time, pause it, promise. Listen, Youngboy, he's a GOAT. I don't care what I say, he's the GOAT of this generation. No one has a run like him. Let's be real. No one's selling as much tickets, selling as many albums, even while being blackballed. So let's just talk that. Yeah, there's no comparison. But that moment right there just wasn't the best. You know, he was on house arrest. He was in and out of jail at this moment. It hadn't really been seen for real outside. Hadn't really done any. And he forgot. You get what I'm saying? He forgot what the world was like for real. We don't judge. We don't talk about it. That was unhappy young boy. We see him now. He big smile on his face. So we're not even gonna talk about that. That we're gonna fast forward, act like we ain't even see that. That what they doing with Men in Black. Wow, y'all niggas, God, we didn't even see that.
Interviews to gain clout, because that's
That never
part of the
happened.
reason rapper G Money lost his life, because NBA YoungBoy and G Money were close friends. At one point,
I ain't gonna
G
hold
Money
you.
pulled this move,
G Money
because in
used
the
to
interview with St.
hey,
Keys,
bro,
he says,
He mad about his sister too, though.
all I know is you better stop playing with a nigga. Make fans out of there.
Yeah, he mad about that. He wasn't really tripping on it back then, though. You know what I'm saying? He be calling me big brother.
and after they fell out, they were dissing each other left and right. And the beef and things ended up getting so serious that it led to gun violence. On September 10th, 2017, G Money was killed after leaving the studio one night. YoungBoy spoke on the situation in a song named Poor One, where he says, matter of fact, I used to call you my big brother. Then you did some foul and had sex with my sister. Now, let's move on to an interview with 6ix9ine. That's disrespectful and that some say is disturbing, where he disses all of the dead rappers.
Nipsey died lacking. Pop Smoke died lacking.
Right.
So can't lack?
No, you can't.
All right.
Killer be in these streets.
All right. So there's nothing to talk about. So when you say, yo, happened to you, happening.
No one talks about 6ix9ine's run right now. Like,
But
he
the
goes
6ix9ine
crazy.
interview
Bro.
is nothing
This is
compared
crazy.
to Charleston White's interview on DJU TV, in which he completely went off and poured out a strap on himself for defending FBG Duck's mother and King Von's family. Charleston White tells DJU that he doesn't care about King Von since Von was a killer. And that's when DJU tells him not to say that about them.
The knowledge I got, King Von was a killer. My mama had 2 sons locked up for murder, and my mama let everybody know I'm not in agreement in what my son's done. But look, so this is what I'm saying. You can't make me care about King Von, mama. I don't give a about his mama. Y'all know my mama. I don't.
Charleston then goes on to get even mad
Charleston
since he
White
helped
is
FBG
wow.
Duck's mother and felt like he had the right to talk about her. But DJU told him to chill. That's when Charleston White completely flashes out and pulls out his strap on DJU.
And I kill her behind me saying, mama, I done helped you. So somebody else helped you. And I ain't down. You could have the. So y'all go help the. Since y'all got so much to say, give me back the money then. I ain't have to help now more you. My mama ain't got a bunch of kids that died. You buried your baby, y'all pain. Keep a mother gun. Keep a mother gun. Keep a mother gun, Chicago. Say, homie, you better. Man, you better sit down, homie. What you mean what I'm on? Don't me with a gun in my hand.
Thankfully, Charleston didn't end up smoking someone during this interview because things were pretty heated. But if you thought...
Why was he so mad? What did he do? Who's he getting the gun on? Why he getting the gun on the camera? Whoa, take it easy, man. What happened? What he went from 0 to 100 real quick. Like, not real quick, real quick. For no reason. Like, he literally got himself mad. Like, I've never in a million years seen a grown man get himself mad. Just get his, like, I watched it and we watched it in real time in 4K. A grown man get himself mad.
That was crazy. Whoa. You gotta click this video on
the
the screen.
The video.
It's even better. Trust me.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's the end of that video. I ain't gonna lie, this was a good video. This was kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Charleston White getting himself mad is probably the craziest one. Like, that was fun. That one was probably like the funniest one. That was the funniest one. But all the other ones, yeah. Wow. Wow. Niggas out here crazy. My nigga really got killed off of a body he didn't even do. Like, his girl did it for him. Like, when you find that out, it's like, wow. See? Don't be going, lesson learned for everybody that's out there. The lesson was, don't be sitting here false claiming bodies that you didn't do, because you will get killed regardless if you did it or didn't do it. straight. But until the next video, let me know if y'all like this video. If y'all like this video, then y'all want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comment section. And also let me know on my social media, which will be in the description down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel, because the G Mom is the best mom, but we only going up from here. We on the road to 100 subscribers by your boy's birthday. If we don't hit it by the birthday, it's cool. We still on the grind to 100 subscribers. Until the next video, y'all be breezy, y'all be safe, y'all stay blessed. We out. Peace.